things are going, it's all about home field advantage, something that unless disaster strikes in some unforetold form, they will have, because they already have a 3-game advantage in effect over the Indianapolis Colts, and the Pittsburgh Steelers having already secured a win over Indianapolis, which would give them a tie-breaking advantage. New England to kick off to Philadelphia, fielded at the 3-yard line. This is J.R. Reed, who will also be starting at strong safety tonight, and he brings it up to the 32-yard line, and we'll take a look right now at the Philadelphia starting offense.
A.J. Feely, Oregon.
Brian Westbrook, Villanova University.
Thomas DePay, the University of Minnesota.
Kevin Curtis, Utah State.
Reggie Brown, Carrollton High School.
L.J. Smith, Rutgers University.
William Thomas, Florida State.
Todd Herman, Saginaw Valley State.
Jamal Jackson, Delaware State.
Sean Andrews, the Big Kid, Arkansas.
John Runyon, Michigan.
So Feely gets the start. He filled in 2002 when McNabb got hurt. Then he went to Miami. He was a starter there, to San Diego, and then back to Philadelphia. And a swing pass to Brian Westbrook, who gains 2. And it will be 2nd down and 8. Mike Vrabel making the tackle. Feely took over and did a nice job in that 0-2 season, starting 4 games toward the end of the season. Then he wanted an opportunity to start, went to Miami, did start there for 1 year, but that was the end of that. Briefly to San Diego, and now back in Philly. 2nd down and 8. The ball is at the 33-yard line. And this is Westbrook, who ran for 148 yards last week in their win against Miami, as we take a look at the New England defense.
Ty Warren, Texas A&M.
Vince Wilfork, Hurricanes.
Richard Seymour, University of Georgia.
Mike Vrabel, The Ohio State University.
Adalys Thomas, Southern Mississippi.
Teddy Bruschi, Arizona.
Roosevelt Colbert, Broad Ripple High School.
Sante Samuel, Boyd Anderson High School.
Rodney Harrison, Markham, Illinois.
James Sanders, Fresno State University.
Hillis Hobbs III, DeSoto High School.
3rd and 3. They had Westbrook flanked out, and the pass is intercepted by Asante Samuel, who will take it in for a touchdown. That time they had Buckhalter and Westbrook both in that offensive set, with Buckhalter lined up in the backfield, Westbrook outside, and Feely throws it right into the waiting arms of number 22, Samuel.
Right, and that's a guy that they're going to play tough. They have Asante Samuel, a corner on Brian Westbrook, and that was the guy when you talk to Bill Belichick and you say, who do you have to take away on this offense? The number 1 guy is Brian Westbrook. And their number 1 guy takes away his number 1 guy.
Samuel becomes the 20th Patriot to score a touchdown this season. They have 55 touchdowns in 9 games plus a minute and a half. Make it 10 plus a minute and a half as Gostowski kicks the extra point, a 40-yard return. And just like that, 7-0 New England. 2002, right next to where the old Foxborough Stadium, formerly known as Schaefer Stadium, among other names, stood. The kickoff is run back this time by J.R. Reed, who takes it to the 23-yard line. So Feely and that offense, John, will try it again.
You know what happened on that interception? A.J. Feely couldn't step up. He had a blitz. Adalys Thomas came right up the middle, and then he had to step sideways, so he didn't have anything on that ball. Watch him, Coral Buckhalter misses a block right there. And you see Thomas is right at his feet, so he doesn't step up, so therefore he can't get anything on the ball. And he throws a poor pass out there to Brian Westbrook.
Feely comes up in the shotgun this time. 4 receivers set. Feely has to move out, throw against the grain, and he's right on the money to Jason Avant, number 81, second-year player out of Michigan, who's run out of bounds by James Sanders up at about the 44-yard line, a gain of 21.
You see, the whole thing that Andy Reid was talking about here is that you have to get protection up the middle, because A.J. Feely is not Donovan McNabb. I mean, he's not going to move in the pocket like Donovan is. He's kind of a sitting duck back there, and you can spot rush him, which is what the Patriots are doing. That time he was able to get away from it, get to the outside, and make the completion.
Feely came in when McNabb got hurt midway through the second quarter last week and led them to the win against Miami. And now Westbrook can go nowhere as he's wrapped up by number 50, Mike Vrabel, who came into the weekend tied for the league lead in sacks at 9.5. Right now, Aaron Campman is on top in that department, the Green Bay end.
You know, the Eagles and Andy Reid love to throw the ball, you know, just about every down, but especially on first down. But he found out that the Patriot defense is more vulnerable to the run on first down. So he thought in this game he was going to run more on first down and then throw more on second down.
Well, they ran on first for -2. They throw on second, and they're going to pick up 11 yards and make it a 3rd and 1 as Reggie Brown pulls it in on the New England side of the field at the 48-yard line, where he's tackled by Ellis Hobbs.
You know, you're never sure what you're going to get from this Patriot defense. Remember, they were always a 3-4. They started in the 3-4 tonight, and now they're in a 4-3. And then, you know, they just keep mixing up things like this, play a lot of zone defense, and all you have to do is find the hole in the zone. They are not going to let you get deep.
And this is Westbrook, and Westbrook is able to withstand the initial contact and then plunge forward for a first down. You know, Tom Brady's going to, at this point, I mean, if you had the MVP balloting, he'd be a clear-cut winner. But this guy right here has to be, John, as valuable to his team as any non-quarterback in the league right now.
Right. I mean, he's over half their offense. He's a leading receiver. He's a leading rusher, and he's the leading scorer.
There he is again with a little spinning move that takes him to the 39-yard line, tackled by Brewski.
You know, and he's a tough guy. I mean, there was a while where even Andy Reid thought that, you know, he's smaller and we'll just run him in the outside and we'll run other guys inside. But Andy said he's always been a good, tough inside runner, and now we're just doing that with him. Bill Belichick said the same thing. He noticed that. He said when they played in the Super Bowl, they just weren't going to let him get outside. And he said now he can hurt you inside as much as he does outside.
And they held him in check that day in Jacksonville on 2nd and 7. Feely throws over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. Try to go to the tight end, L.J. Smith, and that'll make it 3rd down and 7.
You know, this is the thing that Andy Reid is doing is put Westbrook in motion. You see, you start him out there, and now he gets to the outside, and now you get the matchup you want. I mean, you get Westbrook on Teddy Bruschi there, and I'm not sure if that's exactly where he was going, but that's where he should have gone. That's what they were trying to get, and they got it.
3rd down and 7 at the 40-yard line. Feely, protection is good that time, and that is caught at the 24-yard line. The catch was made there by Greg Lewis, and that is a first down. So Greg Lewis makes his first catch of the night, and that is 4 different receivers that Feely has gone to, but Lewis pays a little bit of a price, and he has to come out for at least a play.
You know, in fact, Bill Belichick was saying, you know, where's Greg Lewis? He said he's a guy that we used to always worry about. Haven't seen him much. He's been injured, but he said over the years he's been a problem for us.
At the 24-yard line, Westbrook will try to turn the corner, the short side of the field, but nothing doing. It's Rodney Harrison coming up. Rodney Harrison now in his 14th year.
You know, this is what Andy Reid was talking about, and you know, I really don't see that, but graphically you can see it. If you look at the Patriots defense, they allow 4.7 yards per carry on first down, and on second down it's just 3.2. So, you know, I know that stat there, but I don't see anything in their defense that looks weak versus on first down.
2nd down and 12 here. The ball at the 26-yard line. And that pass is caught inbounds by Kevin Curtis, who came over in the offseason from St. Louis, played with the Rams the past few years. Randall Gay with the coverage, and now Feely has gone to 5 different receivers.
Right, and he's getting in a pretty good groove here. Here's Kevin Curtis. He's on like Wes Welker, you know, that quick, you know, that's how he gets open. Not the biggest guy, but But, you know, he can be going full speed up the field and then go full speed on that out as he makes a cut.
Third and a short 2 from the 16-yard line. And now they give it to Westbrook, and he's going to try to chug for a first down and appears to come up a little bit short. Adalis Thomas is the first guy. That second effort, he tried to pick up the first down, but they will spot it about a half-yard shy of it. So it'll be fourth down and half a yard to go with the ball at the 15-yard line.
And I think these are the type of situations that you go for. And we talk about, you know, you have to play this game aggressively. You know that the Patriots are going to score a lot. So you have to make these kinds of decisions, I think, right now and go for it on fourth down.
I agree. I think, you know, we have a chance to get 7 against this team, averaging 41 points a game. You don't settle for 3.
I mean, I would usually say 90% of the time I'd say you kick the field goal here. I think if you're Andy Reid and you're the Eagles and you're playing this Patriot team that is perfect, I think you have to do these kinds of things. But you better get a play in.
Well, at least the play clock won't start until they bring the chains back, reset them. Fourth and a half a yard. Westbrook is the running back. And it will be Feely taking it himself for a first down. So A.J. Feely for a first down of the 14-yard line, and that will move the chains with 8:15 to play in the opening period.
You know, if you're a quarterback and you're going to run a quarterback sneak, you want to get in behind these two guys. Sean Andrews, 73, Big John Runyon. They come down and we used to call that wedge blocking. They get a double team there and they just push that Patriot defense back. Those are two very good offensive linemen. Sean Andrews the guard, John Runyon the tackle.
Well, one thing the Eagles have done, they've kept Brady off the field even though they're trailing. And now Westbrook swings to the outside, turns it back up, and gets to the 10-yard line, breaking out of a Roosevelt Colvin tackle. It'll be second down and 7 at the 10.
And I would think that, you know, anytime Andy Reid has a decision, like going for it on fourth down, those kinds of things, I think he's always going to take the aggressive approach tonight.
Rodney Harrison leaves the field. He limped off.
Eagles have 3 wide receivers.
Rashad Baker comes in Harrison's spot in the secondary. Feely rolling on second and 7, throws, and that is caught, and it will be at least a first down, and it will be spotted inside the 1-yard line as Reggie Brown makes the catch. It'll be first down and goal, and Brown pleads his case, contending that he got into the end zone. The official says no.
I'll tell you, A.J. Feely's getting into a pretty good rhythm now. As you say, I mean, he's throwing to a lot of guys, a lot of different type of patterns. Let's see if Reggie Brown does get in there. And I think you're going to see right there his footsteps out of bounds.
Right, that's the end of the play right there. The ball is at the half-yard line. It was spotted correctly. The Eagles now trying to get in and tie the game, and that's Brian Westbrook leaping in for a touchdown. And right off the bat, that's pretty shocking because the Patriots start off as if this was going to be another Groundhog Day, taking a 7-0 lead a minute and a half into the game. And the Philadelphia Eagles respond with a beautiful drive of 77 yards, 14 plays.
And you know where they're going to go. You know we talked about Sean Andrews and about John Runyon. They put the extra tight end over on that side. That's the power side. But if they need a play, they need a run, they are going to go to their right.
David Akers to the point after, so 6:38 to play in the opening quarter. Philadelphia 7, New England 7. Tonight, 39 degrees in Foxborough. We have yet to see the New England offense. David Akers to kick off. And it will bounce at the 6. He fielded by Ellis Hobbs at the 2. He had a 108-yard return earlier this season, an NFL record kick return, and brings this one back to the 22-yard line. So it took a while, but we're going to finally see Tom Brady and the Pats offense 7-7. Patriots, with a defensive touchdown, already have now scored more points in the first 11 games of a season, this being the 11th in any team in history. The 1950 Rams, with Bob Waterfield and Norm Van Brockman sharing the quarterback job, would be next. The 2000 Rams with Kurt Warner third, and Bill Belichick's team right now goes on offense for the first time. So we joined us later. Asante Samuel ran an interception back for a touchdown, and Philadelphia answered with a long drive. The game is tied, and Brady will take his first snap tonight out of the shotgun.
Right, and they have 4 wide receivers in there, and Kevin Falk.
And Falk was split widest to the left, and that pass is thrown along the right sideline by the former Eagle, Dante Stallworth, for a gain of 7. He's tackled by Lito Shepard. Here is the New England offense.
Tom Brady, Michigan.
Lawrence Maroney, University of Minnesota.
Randy Moss, Rand University.
Dante Stallworth, Grant High School, Sacramento, California.
Wes Welker, Texas Tech.
Benjamin Watson, University of Georgia.
Matt Light, Purdue University.
Logan Mankins, Fresno State.
Dan Gilpin, Boston College.
Stephen Neal, Cal State Bakersfield.
Nick Kaiser, University of Toledo.
And Jabbar Gaffney, one of the extra wide receivers, he'd be 4th on the depth chart, makes that catch for a first down, and New England going no huddle at the outset tonight.
Yeah, that was the thing Bill Belichick was talking about the other day. He said, I wonder what they would do against 4 wide receivers. That means he was going to start with.
And he does. And they don't start with Maroney at Falk instead.
Right, and the Eagles are starting with a 3-man line. They're normally a 4-man line team.
Brady retreats, and Brady gets whacked and sacked by Jaquay Thomas, number 75, at the 29-yard line. So he came around Nick Kaiser on the offensive right side, and down goes Brady.
And remember, the Colts did the same thing. Here's Nick Kaiser right here. Here's Jaquay Thomas coming from the outside, and you see he just comes right around Kaiser. Brady is looking to the left, so his right side, in essence, becomes his backside. He did not see Thomas at all.
Second down and 17, 10 minutes into the game. And Brady throws, and that's over the middle to Randy Moss, who makes the catch at the 35-yard line. Moss already with 16 receiving touchdowns this season.
You know, we were talking to Jim Johnson, the defensive coordinator, last night of the Eagles. That was the first thing that he says. He says, we have to get to Brady, we have to get hits on him, we have to knock him down, and we have to do it early in the game. They did it.
So Clay Thomas did it with that 7-yard sack, setting a 3rd and 10 now for Brady at the 37-yard line. Four-man rush. Brady up in the pocket, deep over the middle, and this is Jabbar Gaffney to the 31-yard line. So they have Moss, they have Welker, they have Stallworth, and then Jabbar Gaffney gets into the action as he makes his second catch of the game, 33 yards.
Yeah, and that's what the no huddle's getting him. That's what the 4 wide receivers is getting him. But look at the time that Tom Brady has. As long as he can do that, if he can step up in the pocket, I'll almost guarantee you he's going to complete the ball.
Brady 4 for his first 4 attempts for 54 yards.
96, Linda! Read it, 4 down! Yeah, Spike's out here covering.
It's Walker is split wide to the left, and that pass is incomplete, thrown over the middle, intended for Randy Moss, who got doubled, and Mike Patterson put the pressure on Brady that time. Tom Brady, the numbers are just otherworldly. 38 is on a pace to shatter the mark of 49 set by Peyton Manning 3 years ago, and only 4 interceptions, and that rating is, that would be a new NFL record as well.
And calmly going no huddle here. 4 wide receivers. Bill Belichick said every game is a separate entity.
Mike Jack, 57's a will.
Brady sneaking a peek at that play clock now. 2. Every play has been a pass play, but this one will turn into a run by Brady, who slides to a halt, but not before he picks up the first down at the 18-yard line.
You know, he'll do that. You don't think of Tom Brady as a runner, but, you know, 2 or 3 times a game, if you give him that lane, he'll take it. And you look at that lane right there. I mean, he knows that he can get 10 yards and get into a slide.
Brady gains 12 on their first rush of the game.
It's one of the things that a three-man line will open up a little, and you'll give him another lane to either run or throw in.
Over the middle again, this time the first catch for Wes Welker coming out of the slot. He's tackled by J.R. Reed, who is taking the spot of the injured Quentin Michael. And Reed would be number 3, or would have been number 3 on the depth chart, and he has to play in the secondary tonight against this Patriot offense.
I like what the Patriots are doing here, starting off the game, 4 wide receivers, no huddle, just going after him and attacking him with the passing game.
Second and 1.
Tom Brady anticipates a blitz down here. Once you get in the red zone against Jim Johnson, you're going to get blitzed.
To the outside he goes, and he hits Falk. And Falk has been lining up outside. He, of course, is the running back. Almost always plays exclusively on third down, but has been in the game from the outset tonight. Makes the catch. Run out by Takeo Spikes. First and goal.
Here's Matt Light here, the left tackle, one of Brady's better pass protectors. In fact, he almost got pushed into Tom Brady on that play, but he has a tough job tonight. He's blocking against Trent Cole, who is the best pass rusher in this Eagle defense.
Now you have Junior Seau playing fullback, and you have Heath Evans as the tailback in this set. So Seau comes in as a blocker. There he is, and Brady's going to take a timeout. You also have Mike Vrabel in the game. 1:38 remaining in the period. Patriots trying to reassume the lead in Foxborough. NBC after the timeout, first and goal. The ball is at the 1-yard line, and they give the ball to Heath Evans, and Evans is in for a touchdown. So nothing but passes, and then the run by Brady when his receivers recovered, and then they go back to the ground here with Evans taking it in for a touchdown.
Right, and when you see Junior Seau in here, you know he's going to be the lead blocker. Just follow him, and that's where the runner is going to follow. And the runner is Heath Evans, who is a fullback, and now they play him as tailback in the short yardage and goal line, and you wonder where is Lawrence Maroney.
Didn't play on that series, played sparingly last week. Stephen Neal didn't play last week, the right guard, but he's into the... They're underdogs, all right. They're St. Bernards, they're Newfies, they're the whole kennel tonight. 14-7 New England. As the kick is taken at the 6-yard line by Terrell Buckhalter. And he brings it back to the 24-yard line with a minute and a half to play in the opening quarter. And A.J. Feely going to work again. .150 scrimmage yards per game over a season. Take a look at that. Holmes and Simpson and Falk and Brown, Walter Payton and Westbrook. I mean, that's some fantastic company. Entering tonight's game, yards from scrimmage, rushing and receiving. Brian Westbrook in that company.
And he's quietly in that company. When you're talking about top players, top running backs, top guys, he's kind of under the radar a little bit. He's a lot better.
Makes the catch out in the flat, breaks the tackle out past the 30, and skates his way to a first down the left sideline, breaking away from Roosevelt Colvin.
And you talk about Westbrook, and we know that he runs the ball and he catches it, but he's also a tough guy, and he's a very good blocker. But he gets a little chip there, which ended up into a big chip, and then he still gets out. So he helps his tackle in pass protection, still gets out in the pass pattern, and catches the ball for a first down. That's Brian Westbrook.
13-yard gain. The ball is at the 37-yard line. Still trying to get on track running. That's his 9th carry of the night. He's tackled by Mike Vrabel. A gain of 2, second down and 8 for the Eagles at the 39.
I like what the Eagles are doing. I mean, they still have a good mixture of run and pass, run the ball inside, get the ball outside, be patient, and get A.J. Feely into some kind of rhythm, which he looks like he's gotten into. And the thing that impresses me so far is that the Eagles have good pass protection.
Second down and 8 off the play fake. Feely hangs in and guns it into New England territory, and that will be a first down. Mike Vrabel was able to get in and whack Feely, but he completes the pass for a first down as the quarter comes to an end. The ball is at the 44-yard line. Kevin Curtis made the catch, and that'll take us to the second stanza. End of one. New England 14, Philadelphia 7. And NBC Sunday Night Football will continue after these messages. Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Al Michaels, John Madden, and Andrea Kramer. We start the second quarter. Take a look at the numbers through the first 15 minutes. The one turnover by Philadelphia resulted in a New England touchdown. They scored with a minute and a half gone in the game, and then Feely was able to lead Philadelphia down the field. A long drive that ended in a touchdown. Brady got sacked early on the ensuing drive for New England, but he wound up leading his team into the end zone. And now Philadelphia driving as we start the second quarter at the 44-yard line. First down and 10 for the Eagles. Feely hanging in. Feely going deep, and Curtis reaches back but is out of bounds. Kevin Curtis looking over the shoulder as Ellis Hobbs was there. Good coverage. He was out of bounds. Second down.
You know, this is one of the things that Andy Reid was talking about, you know, in his aggressive play is you have to take some shots. You can't let those corners just sit out there and not test them. He said every once in a while you have to throw the ball deep. And in his first 15 plays, he had 5 of them that were going to be shots or deep plays like that last one.
Ellis Hobbs takes himself out of the game. Rodney Harrison, meanwhile, who went out earlier, is back in the secondary. Westbrook will swing to the outside, and instead of going through the middle where there was nothing, works his way around the left side and picks up a first down on a gain of 14 yards.
You know, when you have good speed and you have a good burst, you can have a little patience. And watch Brian Westbrook here. He waits for the block, doesn't have anything inside, lets the defense commit, and then he just runs around it. Look at the vision there. I mean, he sees the guys in front of him, the left of him, right of him. Sometimes on that one, you even feel that he could see behind him.
At the 30-yard line. Feely rolling to his right. Steps off underneath. Catch is made out in the flat by Westbrook, and Vrabel makes the stop. Short game.
You know, A.J. Feely, you know, I was saying, got into a good rhythm, but look at the pass protection he has here. And if you can keep it clean in the middle of him, you know, then he could step up and throw. And watch how he can do that whole time. There, you know, he took a little bust right there, but A.J. Feely is in a rhythm now with his receivers, and his offensive line is doing a very good job of pass protecting for him.
Second and 9. It's a backward pass. And Avant is looking to throw, and now he packs it in because the secondary did not bite, and he takes it to the 28-yard line. So the backward pass made Avant eligible to throw it downfield, but played very well by New England defensively, and instead it winds up as a gain of 2 yards, 3rd and 7.
And Jason Avant knows if there's nothing open, just don't throw it. I mean, just get as much as you can and get down, but don't throw an interception. But that, again, that's another aggressive play. You know, I mean, you just can't play this team normal. This team, the Patriots are just too good.
3rd and 7, and Philadelphia will take a timeout. Westbrook, 3rd-round draft choice out of Villanova in 2002. Now in his 6th season, he's carried 10 times tonight, caught the ball 3 times, and has scored Philadelphia's touchdown. That timeout was charged to New England. They took a defensive timeout. It's 3rd down and 7 now. Feely out of the gun from the 28-yard line. Blitz. Feely hangs in, going deep, and it is caught in the end zone by Greg Lewis for the touchdown. Good coverage. Lewis with tremendous concentration looks back, hauls it in, and a 28-yard touchdown for Lewis and the Eagles.
A.J. Feely just stepped into that one. Watch Greg Lewis here. He's coming right up the seam. A.J. Feely makes a perfect pass. The Patriots had 2 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, and 6 defensive backs. But look at the pass protection. They came in a blitz. They put pressure on him. They picked everyone up, and Feely could just step into that one.
Akers ties the game. We talked about Hobbs taking himself out earlier in the drive, and that was Eddie Jackson, who was the defensive back beaten on the play, number 29. Philadelphia hanging in, I'll say. Philadelphia and New England all square at 14 with 12:50 to play in the first half. And the Philadelphia Eagles withstanding the early interception, a run back for a touchdown, 2 good drives. And now an onside kick is attempted by the Eagles. And at the 48-yard line, it appears they have recovered, and they have.
That's that aggressive play that we were talking about, and it's not only offense, but it's defense and it's special teams, and that is the play that I was talking about. Onside kick and special teams. Akers comes across, just puts it right to his left. Look at the bounce that it takes, and the Eagles recover it. Again, it has to go 10 yards before they can touch it.
Hank Baskett, a wide receiver, so you've got your good hands guys in. He comes up with it. Surprise onside kicks this season in the NFL have been successful about 75% of the time. So the Eagles at the 48-yard line. And then Feely slips down. So Feely in the pocket, and Roseville Colvin winds up with a gift sack. And John was talking about the fact you can't come in here and just say, hey, look, we'll play conservative. We'll try to run the clock as much as we can. You come in with your saddlebags loaded, and they have tonight.
Right, and you knew that Andy Reid was going to do that, and then he went for the onside kick, got the onside kick, and then tried to take the shot there. So he tried to put that whole thing together. And I'll tell you, in this first half, he really has put this Patriot defense off balance.
And that's unabated to the quarterback as the whistle sounds as Mike Vrabel came across the line. This is the first penalty of the game. It's the first time we've seen Gene Steratore makes the call, and he makes it like Marcel Marceau because his mic's not working.
Isn't it something, you know, you expect to see Tom Brady, Randy Moss, that great offensive thing. They've had one series so far. But the Eagles cannot, and they're taking it to them. I mean, I like the approach. I know that you can't just sit and let them, you know, have their way with you. You have to, you know, make something happen. You have to press the issue. And so far, they're really pressing the issue.
2nd and 14, swinging to the outside is Westbrook. Runs out of bounds at midfield. May have crossed the 50. He has spotted at the New England 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
You know, we're always talking in the NFL about who's the best, what team's the best, who's the best quarterback. And now I ask right now, this year, who's the best running back? You know, I mean, last year it was easy. It was LaDainian Tomlinson. You know, he's the best. And I don't know that that's true this year. I don't know that this guy, Brian Westbrook, isn't the best.
It was probably Adrian Peterson until he got hurt a couple of weeks ago. They're looking for the Vikings. And that pass is incomplete off the fingertips of Kevin Curtis. So they dug a hole on the sack when Feely went down and slipped down. It will be 4th down and 7, and in comes Sav Rocket to do the punting for the Eagles.
And the Patriots came on a corner blitz that time. Belichick is trying to throw everything at A.J. Feely just to get him out of rhythm because he has gotten into a pretty good rhythm.
Kevin Falk will run it back. Import boots it into the end zone. So Brady will come out only for the 2nd time. He'll start this drive at the 20-yard line. 11:18 to the half. 14 all. 14 all in Foxborough. The New England Patriots trying to remain perfect, trying to go to 11-0, and the Philadelphia Eagles, who were 3-5, who won their last 2 games, beat Washington, beat Miami, don't have McNabb tonight. Still in the playoff hunt in the NFC, and giving the Patriots thus far all they can handle.
Patriots still in that 4 wide receiver, and Kevin Falk in there at running back, so that really doesn't have 5 receivers.
To the air again, and that pass is incomplete. I mean, the only cold running play for New England at this point in the game was the touchdown from inside the 1 by Heath Evans. The other was a scramble by Brady.
And the whole thing that the Eagles want to do is get pressure right in here, get to the feet of Brady so that he can't step up. And you see right there, when they get pushed back, just push the pocket back, collapse the pocket into him so he doesn't have that step-up thing like he's playing back there in the rocking chair.
Second and 10, that's caught by Randy Moss. And he gets taken down to the 26-yard line. Lito Shepard makes the tackle, setting up a 3rd down and 3 for Brady.
You know, and we're talking about how Bill Belichick says that every game is a separate entity, and the separate entity offensively for them tonight is the 4 wide receivers, pass receiving running back, and no huddle and shotgun.
Once again, and that is caught, and Moss makes the catch, and that'll move the chains. 1st down for Randy and company up at the 36-yard line.
One thing that they're going to do is they're going to get up on Randy Moss, and they want to hit him there in the line of scrimmage, but they're going to run with him, and they're always going to have help deep or over the top.
3 down, 96. Wait, 20. Wide.
From the 37-yard line.
118.
It's funny to see the Eagles in a 3-man line.
Isn't it? It's caught by Gaffney. To the 44, the Eagles, as you say, John, always known for their 4-3, always known for all of the pressure from the defensive linemen. In fact, the Philadelphia Eagles this season do not have a single sack by a linebacker. None.
Right, and one of the things that they wanted to do for this 3-man line is keep Chris Gokong in there, number 57, the outside linebacker there, and use him more as a pass rusher. That's what he did in college with Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo.
2nd and 4, Moss over the middle on the slant, makes the catch. Lito Shepard with the coverage, but again they move the chains, and the ball now in Philadelphia territory at the Eagle 46-yard line.
You see what they're doing here? They're isolating Randy Moss. This is what they call 3-by-1. Randy Moss back on this side by himself. They have 4 wide receivers. They put 3 of them over on the other side. 3 of them over here, Randy Moss down here, isolate him and just work him.
96. 118. Hey, Cam. Omaha, go.
Gets to the outside. Gaffney gets run out of bounds by Sheldon Brown. So Jabbar Gaffney, a very big part of the offense to this point in the game, as he has a total of 4 receptions, as does Moss.
All right, that was that smoke screen, and he'd been working the 3-by-1, the weak side of it, the 1 side of it. That time he went to the 3 side of it. This time they balance it out, 2 on either side.
2nd down and 3 from the 39-yard line. Into the outside. Stallworth stays in bounds, breaks the tackle. And the former Eagle and former Saint takes the ball inside the 10-yard line. He broke away from a Sheldon Brown tackle along the sideline, turning a short gain into a big one, 31 yards.
And that's what Dante Stallworth does, is a run after the catch. You see the Eagles come with the pressure now. They come with the blitz. That means that you're going to be man-to-man outside on Dante Stallworth. And when you're on that, if he's going to catch the ball, you have to get him down there. You can't let him get that extra yard.
Stallworth leading the league in yards after catch for a wide receiver. So wide there. And now Brady starts to run out of the pocket. It gets taken down by Chris Gokon. So we talked about the fact that Philadelphia had not had a sack by a linebacker this season, and then Gokon comes in and gets Brady.
Yeah, see, here's the 3-by-1 again. He's looking at the 3 side. doesn't have anything there. Randy Moss was on the right. He looked over there quickly, then went back to the free side, didn't have anything there, decided he better run with it. As you say, the Philadelphia Eagles get their first linebacker sack of the year.
Second and goal. Brady, and that pass is incomplete, broken up. I think Hansen might have gotten a hand on it, intended for Wes Welker over the middle. It'll be third down and goal halfway through the second quarter.
Tom Brady, you know, in the games we've seen before, made everything look so easy, and the Philadelphia Eagle defense isn't letting them off the hook here. I mean, they're going after him, they're getting pressure on him, they're trying to knock him down, they're at his feet, they're not letting him step up. And he's in a rhythm. I mean, he's always in a rhythm, but it's not that rocking chair type of deal.
Third down and goal. 20-11-yard line. Pass caught, 6-yard line. Taken down is Wes Welker by J.R. Reed. Coaches are always talking about a balanced offense. Not tonight. Belichick and company, 2 runs, one of which was a scramble by Brady, and 18 passes.
You know, and that was a big defensive play there by the Eagles. That was a 4-point tackle. You know, if they don't make that tackle and they let them, you know, get a first down or score, that could be 7 points. Here they have to settle for 3.
23-yard attempt for Gostowski is good. 6:42 remaining in the opening half. It's a ball game at Foxborough. 17-14, New England. 50. The last drive results in a field goal.
And as you say, they're in a formation that's really all he can do is chuck it. I mean, they're in a shotgun. They have 4 wide receivers. They have Kevin Falk in there.
Haven't even seen Lawrence Maroney in the game. Their number 1 running back. To the goal line goes the kick. Terrell Buckwalker. To the 32. When we started the game, John, I talked about the Patriots maybe getting that extra layer of motivation from history and what they can do. You get the feeling the Eagles are saying, you want to make us the biggest underdog the league has seen in years? We'll show you what an underdog looks like.
Yeah, and they didn't want to have any part of that. I mean, they didn't want to, you know, have everyone say, boy, this is the best offense they've ever seen, or the best football team they've ever seen, or the best in the NFL. They weren't going to just sit there and take it. I mean, they were going to come in this place and do something about it. And everything that the Eagles have done thus far has been very, very aggressive.
Here's Westbrook. Well, last night I thought it was interesting. We were talking to Andy Reid, the Philadelphia coach, and he said, when we were talking to him about what do you want to do tonight, he said, I have a goal tomorrow night. That's that John Madden doesn't talk about the New England Patriots being one of the greatest teams in history.
Right, and I laughed. I thought he was kidding. He goes, no, he said, that's what I believe. That's what my goal is. And he said, I'm going to go in and tell the team that right now. And haven't said this best team I've ever seen, because they're, you know, I mean, they got this thing in balance, and they're taking care of their part of the deal.
Second down and 8. Feely off the fake, hangs in the pocket, throws, and the pass is incomplete. Over the middle, intended for Reggie Brown, and that will make it third down and 8 for Philadelphia.
You know, there is a reason that A.J. Feely has some confidence against his team. Remember when he was at Miami, when he was the starting quarterback down there, he did beat this Patriot team. So it's not, you know, something that he doesn't know, you know, can I do it? Can I beat them? Can I be successful against them? He has the confidence from knowing that he's already done it once.
Third down and 8. Feely throwing and finding the open receiver is Greg Lewis, taking it in, and Lewis inside the 40-yard line. That time Rodney Harrison with a blitz. Feely hung in there, finds Lewis, first down, 27 yards.
And this is what Andy Reid was talking about. He said, if we can pass protect, he says they are vulnerable back there. He had pretty good pass protection. They had a free guy, but A.J. Feely beats him by getting rid of the ball before the defender gets there. but he thought that they could do some work against this secondary if they could get it protected.
Feely almost trips again, and this time was able to get it away, and the catch is made by Westbrook at the 36. Lewis with 3 catches tonight for 70 yards. He only caught 4 all season coming into the game.
You kind of get the feeling that the Eagles came in here and didn't respect the Patriots for being 10-0, you know, or didn't have that. Maybe they respected it, but, you know, they're not in awe of it. You know, they didn't say, well, maybe they are 10-0 and maybe, you know, they are pretty good and maybe they will go undefeated, but we're not going to roll over.
I think they were tired of hearing they had no chance. 2nd and 7, the blitz, and then the catch is made by Max Schobel. As Feely's able to get it away, Roosevelt Colvin came in uncontested. Feely is able to see him, flip it over him. Great touch on that pass, touching Feely, and an 18-yard gain.
Right, and he's had 2 of those passes on this drive. As you say, Roosevelt Colvin is coming from his backside free, completely untouched, but he still gets that ball out there to Matt Schobel. Some of these are protection, some of these are good receivers, but I'll tell you, 2 of them on this drive has been all about A.J. Feely.
Feely's first pass of the game was intercepted and run back for a touchdown by Asante Samuel. Actually, his 2nd pass of the game, that one intended for Jason Avant, and it will be 2nd down and 10.
And now you feel that this is an area of the field where the Eagles have to get the ball somehow to Brian Westbrook. I mean, do you run him on the play? Do you run a screen pass to him? Somehow you want to get the ball to Westbrook.
And Feely with a 2-step drop that time. Had that deflected at the line of scrimmage, and it will be 3rd down.
I think what that was, I think that's that thing that they call key. They can call a running play, then if they call key, the quarterback just takes 1 step and just throws the ball outside. Well, I don't know if that was key or anything, but that ball just came out the back end, didn't it?
It did. The empty hand. And he winds up recovering, in effect, a fumble. And he recovers it himself. 3rd down and 10 now. From the 18-yard line out of the shotgun. Over the middle. Caught. Touchdown. Greg Lewis. 4th catch of the game, equaling the total for the entire season for him coming in. And the Philadelphia Eagles have come into Foxborough and have the lead late in the first half.
Greg Lewis is right here. He's the inside receiver. And you see that they have a double post. The outside guy runs a post. Greg Lewis runs a post. And watch A.J. Feely, though. I mean, here comes the pressure. Here comes the blitz. And he just steps right up there and throws that post to Greg Lewis.
David Akers now for the point after. And with 3:01 remaining in the half. Not a typo. Not a misprint. A.J. Feely and the Eagles lead the Patriots 21-17. Okay. Greg Lewis, 4 catches tonight. A.J. Feely has already thrown for 193 yards. Feely, the last time he started, 2004, late in the season, in Miami against New England. Feely, who was the starting quarterback for Miami for all of that season, was able to lead them from behind. Defense did its job. Ian Badejo with a late interception. And the Dolphins, who went into the game having won only 2 games all season in late December, pulled off a stunner.
You know, and A.J. Feely made a couple throws in that game that he's made the same thing right here. On this drive, he made 3 great throws. I mean, 2 of them, you know, untouched guys coming on him, and then the 3rd one just stepping up and throwing that post to Greg Lewis.
This is Ellis Hobbs from the 5. Hobbs, who had a 108-yard run back at the beginning of the season to establish an NFL mark, brings this back to midfield to the 46-yard line.
It'll be interesting now to see if the Patriots stay with their 4 wide receiver, no huddle, shotgun, pass every down. And the only reason I think is they'd get away from it is that to give their defense a little rest. That this Eagle offense is getting to their defense. No, they haven't. They're still in the 4 wide receivers and shotgun. Haven't fought the running back.
Still haven't seen Maroney. And as we said, only one cold running play tonight. That the Heath Evans 1-yard touchdown run. Everything else, a pass. Pump fake, going deep down the sideline. The coverage is good, and the pass is incomplete. Dante Stahl was there, and he has to turn into a defensive back because Dawkins had the better position.
You have to look and say, what are they doing to Randy Moss? I mean, they have to be really taking him away. I mean, the corner is up. They're bumping him over on that other side. What's making him go deep to the left side to Dante Stallworth when you would think this is where they would want to go? Now, Randy Moss is on an in or jog or some pattern other than up, but you wonder when they want to take a shot, it should be Randy Moss.
Brady flushed out, goes underneath, caught by Falk at the 49. In the Philly territory he goes, close to a first down, comes up a little bit short of it.
One of the things that Jim Johnson is going to do, he's going to bring everyone. Look, number 20, Brian Dawkins there. Geez, he's slowed up. I mean, that's not like Brian Dawkins. He kind of went for that pump fake. If he just runs through Tom Brady, Brady would have been on his back. I have never seen Brian Dawkins do that.
Flag before the snap for a false start. So that's going to turn a 3rd and 1 into a 3rd and 6. Gene Steratore, mic isn't working, which is, it's not a bad night for it to happen because we've only had 2 penalties in the game.
That's pretty good. I mean, these are 2 very well coached teams. I mean, Bill Belichick and Andy Reid were 2 of the top coaches in the NFL.
3rd down and 6. The clock was wound, so that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 21-17 Eagles. 2 minutes to play in the half. 3rd down and 6. There's Moss at the bottom of the screen. They've had Randy pretty much in check tonight. Lito Shepard is on him.
I think Lito Shepard has done a great job against Randy Moss. Biggest passes for 11 yards so far.
3rd down and 6. Brady looks over the middle, throws, and then it's caught. That's going to be close to a first down. Wes Welker makes the catch. Umpire comes in to spot the ball. He was hit by J.R. Reed. Gene Steratore wants to measure. It appears as if he has the first down.
You're going to see Welker's right there. He's the 3rd guy. That's a 3-by-1. You go counting from inside to outside. It's 1, 2, 3. Welker, the most inside guy, and that with his quickness and stuff, and he's always working that middle anyway. And most of his balls that he catches are right there between the hashes. And that's not a bad guy to go to. I mean, I think you're looking for a first down, and a lot of the patterns that he runs as a slot guy are patterns that a tight end would normally run. So therefore, he'll catch those kinds of passes. Now when you get first down, now is when I think you start to look for Randy Moss.
At the 44, Orlando has 1 timeout. They've already used 2 in the half. 40 and the clock ticking down.
Linda, go check it, Rammond. Omaha, go!
Brady over the middle, making the catch, going down 37-yard line. Wes Welker out of the slot, gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
And again, no huddle, 4 wide receivers, 3-by-1, 3 to the left, 1 to the right.
Looking right and crossing it in Moss's direction, but he's covered well and he throws it out of bounds. And again, it's Shepard sticking on him like glue as he has all night long. 3rd down and 3.
Lito Shepard is doing an excellent job. I mean, here he is right up here. He's on Randy Moss. He's getting that bump in the first 5 yards and just and he's just kind of plastering him, but he knows that he can be aggressive with him because he does have help over the top. It's not a true man-to-man where he has a man-to-man all over the field. He is going to have a safety up over the top. But it doesn't on that play.
3rd and 3, you saw that shoulder shake by Brady. Trent Cole came across the line. The officials are going to talk about this because Brady, the way he called the signals that time, barking them out. And the question is, did he induce Cole to come across the line because of that?
You know, they used to call that on the quarterbacks a lot. You know, remember that, you know, for head bobbing and that type of thing. They don't tend to call it as much as they used to. You know, and this is what they're moving on. Yeah, I mean, that was just, that's a hard count. That was okay. That was a defensive stop.
5-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a hard count out of the shotgun. And you see what happens is he not only, you know, gave the head and the hut, but he also moved his hands and he moved back a little. That's a lot more effective, you know, quarterback drawing the defense off sides when the quarterback is in shotgun.
By 20!
You throw the head, the hut, and the hands in there, and you see when the guy comes offside.
Head, hut, hands will always get hit.
The 32, 63 seconds. One timeout for New England.
It's interesting they brought Ben Watson in tight end.
Now we've got Moss. And Moss will come up a little shy of the first down. He is stopped at the 24-yard line, 2nd and 1. Shepard makes the tackle.
See here again, no huddle.
118!
Play on the line of scrimmage. Here again, you have Ben Watson, the tight end now.
2nd and 2. And that is Moss, who can't hold on as he gets hit by Shepard and popped by Reed as well as the ball got there. And that sets up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and J.R. Reed is a help. I mean, we talked about Lito Shepard here, and he's going to have help. Here's his help right here. He needs it. He gets it. So that's the thing. I mean, Lito Shepard is doing a good job, but remember, there is someone in behind him over the top helping him.
3rd and 2. That will move the chains. That's the tight end. That's Ben Watson. That's a first down at the 19-yard line. And New England will not take a timeout here. They only have one, and the clock down to 17.
He wants to be able to throw the ball inside.
And Brady's throwing it to the end zone. A flag is thrown. Gaffney makes the catch. Gaffney, they look at each other, do the officials, and they will signal that he makes the catch. The question is in bounds. If nothing else, you've got a flag for interference.
There is no foul for defensive pass interference. It was over the play as a touchdown.
So Gaffney is able to haul it in, and let's check his feet with the possession as he comes down with it.
Well, I'll tell you, he did a great job of acceleration. Sheldon Brown was there. They were even really at the goal line, and then he just accelerated and went right by him.
Well, I'd be surprised if they don't stop this from upstairs.
They have to stop it.
They have to. I mean, you saw enough there, and they don't. And Gostowski for the extra point. I'm frankly stunned because you have to have possession and both feet in bounds. And it's too late now.
And we know that the coach can't challenge. It has to come from the booth and be a booth review. If he had one knee in, one knee equals 2 feet, but he didn't have the knee in. He catches the ball, has possession, and when he comes down, that knee's out of bounds. Oh, I can't believe that wasn't reviewed. You would seem like, you know, in today's football, in those situations, that it would just be automatic where they would review.
Absolutely. On a play like that?
Well, he did have both feet, and then he comes down with the knee. So did he have control? I mean, both feet were in before he got to that back line. And that must have been what the review guy saw. That.
So New England has the lead 24-21. with 8 seconds remaining. And Gostowski sends the kickoff down to the 10-yard line where Carell Buckhalter will bring it back. They'll go out of bounds. It'll be time for one more play before the half. Brady with a touchdown pass. That was his 39th of the season. Dan Marino had 30. Brady with 39 at this point. And Peyton Manning had 41 through 11 games and then wound up with 8 more over the final 5 to finish with 49 the year he set the record.
He just had a plan and they just kept with it in this first half, and they changed a little by putting Ben Watson in there, but it was really 4 wide receivers, and they bring Gaffney back and no huddle, shotgun the whole first half.
We saw Randy Moss coming in playing goalie in effect, deep safety had they thrown the ball, but they'll run it to end the half. But the Eagles have made it a game. They have been anything but roadkill tonight. 24-21 New England at the half. The Toyota halftime show coming up on the other side of the break. Virtue of the Buffalo loss to Jacksonville today. Philadelphia meanwhile trying to make it 3 straight and trying to get to 6 and 5 and being over 500 as Ellis Hobbs runs the kickoff back from the 6. Out past the 30. Flag comes in. To the 45 he goes. We've got to be coming back and David Akers is there for the tackle.
During the return, holding. Number 15 of the return team. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's Kelly Washington.
And we talked about what the Eagle defense had to do, and the first thing they want to do is hit Tom Brady. Get Tom Brady to the ground. Knock him down, and then take away Randy Moss. Not let him beat you deep. And I'll tell you, Alito Shepherd has done a great job on him on the first half, and then again having safety help with him. But those were their 2 goals. Knock Tom Brady down, put pressure on him, don't let him step up. And the other goal, don't let Randy Moss get deep.
Change of scenery here as Falk carries. The Patriots called 1 running play in the first half. It was Heath Evans on a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. The only other rush was a Brady scramble for 12 yards. And there are the numbers through the first half. Time of possession in Philadelphia's favor. And a 3-point game at the half.
You know, and they were both passing games. I mean, you know that the Patriots were, because that's all they did in the first half, but the Eagles weren't far behind them in passing yardage.
Second down and 9. We haven't seen Maroney in the game once in his movement on the left side. He is the running back.
Ball start. Offense. Number 72. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Matt Light. But their running game has been non-existent tonight. And then there is Maroney, who played sparingly last week in Buffalo, came out with a foot injury. They're saying he's fine, but he hasn't been in the game once tonight.
Well, and you can see their game plan isn't for Maroney. Again, it's the 4 wide receivers, and then Kevin Falk, who is another receiver. 5 receivers in there, spread them out, getting the shotgun, and that's been their offensive game plan tonight.
Second 14. Brady going deep into coverage, and it is almost picked off by J.R. Reed along the sideline on a pass intended for Kevin Falk. It is incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 14.
You know what he tried to do? He tried to get the matchup there. Omar Gaither is a middle linebacker, 98 here, or 96. I mean, you see him man-to-man on Falk, but again, you're going to get that matchup, but it's not going to be all the way down the field. I mean, Gaither is on him, but again, he has help over the top.
3rd and 14.
This defense is not going to let you get beat.
And Brady will get sacked inside the 10-yard line, putting the pressure on, coming up the middle on the inside for Philadelphia. Darren Howard, number 90.
Howard's the guy that gets there, but you know that Jim Johnson is going to have a blitz scheme. And you see he overloads the left side. all that pressure is coming from the left side, and then Brady goes to pump, and then he brings it back, and Darren Howard is right there. With that blitz and that pressure coming from that side, he has no time to pump fake.
And before Chris Hansen can get the punt away, there's action up front after Brady gets sacked for the 3rd time tonight.
Illegal snap. Snap infraction, number 66. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. 4th down.
That's Lonnie Paxton, who is the long snapper, and that'll back Hansen up to almost the back of the end zone.
Lonnie Paxton's been doing that for a long time here, hasn't he? That's one thing you remember about him. I remember one picture of him in a snow game here doing a snow angel.
Yes. At the playoff game against the Raiders. Famous tuck rule game. Good pick by Hansen, and Reno Mahe makes the grab on the Eagles side of the field after a 49-yard boot and gets tackled immediately.
But, you know, I mean, here it is Sunday. And, you know, I mean, it's a good fork, man. That's all gone. I mean, the leftovers are gone by Friday and Saturday.
You want fat grams? You go to the Madden Cruiser. That's Reggie Brown making the catch for a gain of 5.
Yeah, you can get anything that ends in T there.
Well, in there tonight for a snack, and all I saw was Audrey Mansfield's birthday cake. That was it.
Yeah, the birthday cake was there. Happy birthday.
2nd down and 5 from the 49-yard line. Feely hands the ball off. To Westbrook. You know, it's funny with Feely when you take a look at him, and he's doing this on Donovan McNabb's 31st birthday. Donovan not traveling with the team per usual for the Eagles. If you're not playing, you don't make the trip.
You know, one thing that the Patriot defense doesn't do well is cover in cuts. When you look at most of those completions were going up and coming in. You know, they like to stay outside, play outside you, and they're very vulnerable to anything to the inside, and A.J. Feely's taking advantage of it.
3rd and a deuce. Westbrook can't get out of the backfield. Ellis Hobbs came in to break the play up from the corner, and it will be 4th down.
Yeah, Ellis Hobbs come up and he gets the outside, and he gets it contained right here. You see, and he makes Westbrook then make that move and go back to the inside. See, Hobbs gets up to the outside, makes Westbrook go back to the inside, and then he runs into the pursuit.
Here's Sam Brock's punt. Fair point at the 11-yard line by Kevin Falk. Brady in the offense, back to work. Early 3rd. Patriots by 3. 30 miles to the north, Fenway Park. They're doing some off-season work there with that crane, home of the World Series champion Boston Red Sox. And here in Foxborough tonight, there sits Kurt Schilling of the Red Sox. He's just re-up. Back with the Red Sox once again in 2008. Taking in the game, wearing Teddy Bruschi's jersey, and got Maroney in the game for the first time tonight. His first action of the night, resulting in no gain. 2nd down and 10. Maroney, their second-year back, #1 pick out of Minnesota, where he shared time with Marion Barber, now with the Dallas Cowboys.
Right, and so much for Maroney and so much for that formation. I think they got out of their 4 wide receivers and their passing formation, and they're going right back to it right now.
2nd down and 11. They spot the ball at the 10-yard line after the Maroney run. Brady back to the gun. Brady over the middle, and that is caught over the middle by Walker, about 4 yards shy of the 1st down. He's taken down by Omar Gaither.
Right, that time Welker lined up outside. It wasn't 4 wide receivers. It was 3 wide receivers and a tight end. Ben Watson was in there. So it was Watson and Welker to one side, and Dante Stallworth and Randy Moss to the other side.
Javon Curse, who's played fairly sparingly. Seen his playing time more limited as the season has gone on. 3rd down and 4. Brady rolls to his left. Brady looking for a first down, and he's going to get it before he's taken down as he steps out of bounds, taken down from behind by Broderick Bunkley, but he's able to move the chains.
You know, it's interesting. They put Randy Moss out to the left. He'd been out there to the right where Lito Shepard was on him. This time they put him out here, and Sheldon Brown is on him. Lito Shepard had good coverage every time he was out there on the right, and that time Sheldon Brown had good coverage on the left, so they thought they'd put him on the right, try him over there on the left, and Sheldon Brown played that as well as Lito Shepard has been playing Randy Moss.
Maroney's back in the game. The play fake, great fake by Brady. Brady going deep into double coverage, and Randy Moss can't hold on. Had it for just an instant and then couldn't hold on, covered by Dawkins and Shepard.
And that's the thing that we talked about, and again, it's just a matter of time. You know that they're going to go deep to Randy Moss. He starts on the inside, then he tries to go back and run a corner route. See, so Shepard has him deep, but he also has him to the outside. Why? Because he knows that he has help deep to the inside from Brian Dawkins.
Well, Dawkins and Shepard, one has been to 2 Pro Bowls. And in Dawkins' case, more than that. Now this is Maroney taking the ball up to the 30-yard line.
And you kind of feel that this Eagle defense came in here with a chip on their shoulder, like, you know, that they were going to go after Tom Brady and they were going to double Randy Moss, and he wasn't going to get him deep. And you know, that's what Jim Johnson does. I mean, he says, this is what we're going to do, this is what they want to do, and we're going to take it away. And he really confused. I mean, he's going with the 3-man line, he's going with overload blitzes. You know, he's bringing guys from all different positions, and he really hasn't let this Patriot offense get comfortable.
All the Eagles came in with a big chip on their shoulder. That's a first down as they convert on 3rd down with Wes Welker taking it up to the 40-yard line.
You know, and that's the part that they've had tonight. You know, we've talked about the parts of this Patriot offense they haven't had, and that would be the deep ball to Randy Moss. The part they have had is that underneath stuff to Wes Welker.
6 catches for Welker tonight for 46 yards.
Alert! 96!
Moss with 5 catches, but for only 43, he's averaging about 8 per reception. Now Maroney will take it up to the 46-yard line. Dawkins comes up from the safety spot to make the tackle. Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, and the Patriots were in 2 tight ends in that formation, so they kind of went away from the passing formation into a running formation, bring Lawrence Maroney in, and they want to pound this defense a little now. Now they're in there again with 2 tight ends.
Alert! 96! 19!
Watson, are the tight ends. Here's Maroney into Eagle territory. And Lawrence Maroney to the 44-yard line. And a first down as we reach the halfway mark of the 3rd quarter. Bunkley made the stop.
I think that's what Bill Belichick is thinking now. Okay, you know, we've done that 4 wide receivers. We spread them out, shotgun, throw the ball. Now let's go in 2 tight ends, and let's just run the ball out of nothing. Here's the thing that Wes Welker does. You know, and he does that so well. We know about him catching passes, being good, but he is also from that slot position a very, very good blocker.
44-yard line. Play action. Brady gets hit as he throws. Brady coming into the game, his play action rating was almost perfect. The quarterback rating is 158.3, is as high as it gets, and he was over 150 when using play action. Of course, he hasn't used that much play action tonight because they haven't had a running back in the backfield.
Watch Chris Gokong, number 57, come here from that outside. He's not worried about that play action. He was just rushing Tom Brady. Did I mention he was from Cal Poly?
St. Louis Obispo. 2nd and 10. And there's Maroney, who gets taken down by Trent Cole back in the line of scrimmage.
You know, we see that, you know, the Patriots go two tight ends, so now what does Jim Johnson do? He has a three-man line, so he counters with a run blitz. I mean, he gets his linebackers going upfield. He gets penetration. He says, you're going to run, and we're going to run blitz. We're going to penetrate, and we're going to play on your side of the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots go back to 4 wide receivers.
3rd and 12. Fake the full. Here's Welker out of the slot. First down and a lot more. Inside the 20, inside the 10. Welker to the 4.
Boy, is he quick.
42 yards, and Stephen Neal is the guy that really sprung that one, the guard.
Yeah, he's number 61, and it was 3rd and long, and you're going to see the fake, and Brady just gets the ball out there right now. There's 61, Steve Neal, right there. He makes the block that really springs Welker for the big play.
J.R. Reed is shaken up, injury timeout. Well, they work on J.R. Reed. He has to come out, and Marcus Pascal, a rookie from Iowa, activated off the practice squad earlier in November, has to come into the game in a 1st and goal situation. Not that Brady is going to be looking at Pascal, but I guarantee you, he knows his number. And Brady will throw, and that's caught by Moss, and there's a flag on the play with Shepard there for a touchdown initially, but they're going to call offensive pass interference.
Offense, number 81, 10-yard penalty, replay 1st down.
Randy, for years, has loved to use his hands, and this time they flag him for it.
Right, and this is that, stop fade. He's just going to go like he's going to go on a fade, then he's going to stop. Tom Brady is going to throw it to his back shoulder. This is a play that they practice all the time. Stop, fade, throw to back shoulder. I'm not sure that I have seen offensive pass interference yet.
I haven't seen it either. I'm not sure where it came.
You got a free.
That's good. Remember, they got a touchdown against Buffalo on that last week to the left side.
1st and goal still after the goal. Now from the 14-yard line. Brady hopping around in the pocket. Avoids the sack and is lucky that one wasn't picked off by Dawkins, and the pass intended for Falk. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
And this is the area where Randy Moss is difficult to double because you're so close you can't get over the top on it. So again, he had no one to throw to. Good coverage downfield. They flush him out of the pocket. I think he was just trying to throw that ball away. And Dawkins said he should have had that for an interception.
13th play of the drive.
They have 3 wide receivers on the tight end. I like Ben Watson in this area too.
2nd and goal, and then Welker drops it. The pass is thrown behind him. He reached back, couldn't hold on. It'll be 3rd and goal now from the 14-yard line.
The one thing you know when you play an Eagle defense and a Jim Johnson defense, when you get in the red zone or inside the 20, you are going to get blitzed. And it looks like Tom Brady was a little quick with that one, expecting or anticipating more pressure than he had.
This drive began at the Patriot 11-yard line. 14th play of the drive. 3rd down and goal. Brady has to sling it to the outside, and again, that time the pocket collapsing on him. Watson, the intended receiver, 4th and goal, and they'll settle for a field goal attempt.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that you want to do. You want to get either Tom Brady to sack him, to knock him down, or as Trent Cole does here, just get at his feet. Just get his feet so they can't step up, rotate those hips, and throw the ball. I mean, that's when he's at his best, when he has a clean pocket in front of him. The Eagles haven't given him that a lot tonight.
32-yard field goal attempt for Gostowski. And that one is close and no good. Hooked it outside the left upright. Long drive results in nothing. Still a 3-point game. Resulting in a missed field goal. And now A.J. Feely and the Eagles Down by 3, 5 minutes to play in the period at the 22-yard line. And Feely throws, and that is caught by number 82, L.J. Smith, the tight end, to the 39-yard line. Rodney Harrison making the tackle. Back to the field goal by Gostowski. We're told when this thing turns yellow, it's where it goes over the upright, or where the crossbar would be. So the official stands underneath it and becomes a little bit of a guessing game when it's that close. The flag is thrown and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Smith. Gene Steratore will give us the call.
You know, and Andy Reid has something going now. I mean, not this penalty, but any in cut, either by his tight end running inside or his wide receivers running in, has been pretty much open for A.J. Feely.
Illegal shift or motion here.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 men moving without resetting. The penalty is declined. Second down.
Quarterback comparison. I'll tell you something, John, as you take a look at their numbers. If somebody would have told you the Eagles would have a quarterback controversy at the end of November, you'd go, yeah, it must be the rookie Kevin Cobb. He's gotten a chance to play, and McNabb. And all of a sudden, Chris Collinsworth touched on it at halftime. What do you do with A.J. Feely at this point? This is some performance. On 2nd and 10, that pass is incomplete. To come in and play against New England and have your first pass run back for a touchdown, and then to keep your team not only in the game, but to very effectively work against this New England defense has been very impressive.
You're right. He's been very impressive, and he's done that before. And Andy Reid does have confidence in him, and these Eagle players have confidence in him. But remember, a year ago, it was Jeff Garcia that came in and did it for him.
There wasn't any controversy at that point because McNabb was out for the season with a torn ACL. This is the case where Donovan is expected to play next week. Feely throws over the middle, and wide open is Curtis, and he has a first down at the 41-yard line. So on 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 to be specific, the pass to Curtis is good for a gain of 19 yards.
Right, and watch it here. These are the in cuts I was talking about. You see how the Patriots corners play outside? They're not going to let you get out, but they will let you go in. And those things, those in cuts, have been open all night for A.J. Feely.
Roosevelt Colvin needs some attention. He's standing, but an injury timeout is taken here by the officials with 4:01 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
24-21 Patriots. Football night starting at 7 Eastern and 4 Pacific. Brady and Moss and the Patriot bench, and all of a sudden they're in a dogfight. 24-21. Poor choice of words, but you know what I mean. Right, on the 42-yard line.
No, it was, but they haven't had that look on their face many times this year.
Right. Underdog fight. At the 42-yard line, Feely throwing, and that's incomplete. 2nd down.
You know, we were talking about that in cut, and and what they give you. And if you look, their corners play off, and they play out here, and they play outside technique. So if you come up and you run it in, there are holes in here if you can get the pass protection. Just watch, you see their technique. They stay outside, stay deep, and then they give you those inside patterns. But you have to have the protection to give the receiver enough time to get in those holes.
2nd and 10. Flea flicker. Feely, ton of time, and it's caught at the 26-yard line. Hank Baxter makes the catch. $16-yard gain and a first down.
That's the thing. Usually when you go on a flea flicker, you hand it to the back throws it back to the quarterback, and then the quarterback is trying to get a deep pattern. And the Patriots had good coverage downfield, so A.J. Feely had a look. He was looking for the big play, looking for the shot, and he had to come off it and go to the shorter one for first down.
From the 26. Feely throws, and going down to his knees is Curtis, and he makes the catch, and that's a first down at the 14-yard line.
And again, it's that in cut on the other side where they just, play that technique, and the Eagles know they have something, that they can come in and they can run these in cuts, run to the inside. That time Rodney Harrison just ran right by it. But they have some, they're not trying to go out, they're not trying to go corners. Everything they're doing is up and in, and the Patriot defense has been vulnerable to those.
At the 14, Feely out of the gun. Sayers blitz, then he backs off. Flip out for Westbrook, and he gets written down by Adalis Thomas inbounds at the 8-yard line. Second down and 3 after a gain of 7.
Yeah, and this is a drive that this Philadelphia Eagle defense needed, because the Patriots had a long drive, and so they had to get their defense, get them off the field, get them rested, and this drive has done that for the Eagle defense.
Second and a short 4. At the 8, a minute 45 remaining, third quarter. That pass is high, too high for Brown. Covered on the play by Samuel, who ran an interception back tonight for a touchdown with a minute and a half gone in the game.
And I think A.J. Feely knew that he had this. I mean, he has it right there, and it's just too high. I mean, if he leads them a little more to the inside, we're talking about all night how much that has been there. Instead of throwing it up high, that was a touchdown.
Already within easy field goal range, but they're looking for a touchdown, and Feely's going to take a timeout before he lines up on a third down and 4. A minute 39 left in the third quarter. The Pats have their hands full. Big play coming up. So Philadelphia took a timeout. Third down and 4. The ball is at the New England 8-yard line on a drive that Philadelphia started back at its own 22.
The Patriots have 6 defensive backs in there. I wouldn't be surprised, because the Eagles knew that before the timeout. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to pop a run here.
Well, they haven't tried to run at all on this drive. 9 plays, all passes, 70 yards.
Well, this Patriot defense, again, with 6 defensive backs, is inviting you to run.
And let's see if they'll accept the invitation here on third down and 4. They'll throw. Feely gets it away. Caught. Reggie Brown for the touchdown.
If Feely throws like that, and Reggie Brown runs like that, you don't have to run the ball. They had 6 defensive backs in there, so they could cover everything and anything. And A.J. Feely just goes back there and throws that thing in there perfectly.
10 plays, all passes, 78 yards. David Akers for the point after. One thing the Eagles have guaranteed us tonight, there will be no discussion about pouring it on.
No,
Not tonight.
That discussion is over.
That's been tabled for the moment. Wow.
You're going to see. Here's the touchdown right there. Reggie Brown just comes up, makes a little fake to the outside and goes inside. Again, if you say, is this defense vulnerable to anything? If you have time and you have a quarterback that can get rid of the ball quickly, you can run inside patterns on them. And the Eagles have been doing it all night.
It's amazing when you think about it. Here's A.J. Feely, a journeyman career, really had a couple of opportunities in 02, played well, had a chance to start 1 year in his career in Miami. That was enough for them. Went to San Diego, comes back to Philadelphia. He's number 3 last year. I mean, you had McNabb, you had Garcia, then you had Feely. Comes in against New England, being talked about as maybe the greatest team ever, has his second pass of the game intercepted and run back for a touchdown. And here we are at about 20 of 11 Eastern time. And who would have believed that the Patriots would be trailing 28-24?
Not this crowd. Listen to them.
Not anybody.
You talk about, a crowd and a way to quiet a crowd down. A.J. Feely and this Eagle team has come in and done it tonight.
Here's Akers. Picking to the 8. Ellis Hobbs. And Hobbs will bring it back up to the 34-yard line. With 1:28 remaining in the third quarter. That was Samuel, and that's the way the game started. As I said at the point, it looked like Groundhog Day. Bill Murray would be starring in this one because the Patriots had been killing teams all season long. Brady, good night with 98.2 rating. Randy Moss pretty much shut down. He's caught 5, but for only 43 yards. So they've done a great job on him. And one A.J. Feely has thrown for 276 yards and 3 touchdowns. And we, folks, have a ball game. From the 33-yard line, they set up a screen, and then Maroney drops it. And I go back to what we talked about before, John. I just feel that, and we talked to the Eagles yesterday, and they didn't come in with the mentality that we're just more road killer. We're going to the gallows. There was a quiet confidence, at least amongst the Eagles.
Yeah, it was a confidence and a toughness, and it was something. I mean, this whole game plan is about aggressiveness. Going after them on defense, going after them on offense, onside kick on special teams, and that was their plan. And so far tonight, they've been excellent.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Welker, he's going to turn it back inside. He gets up to the 40-yard line.
I mean, it's something that, you expected this to be Tom Brady and Randy Moss show, and it's kind of Tom Brady and Wes Welker, and that's the thing. And you know that every defensive coordinator in football always worries about, the deep play, the quick strike. Take away the deep play. Speed kills. Worries about the speed. And they come in and they say, someone may beat us. It may be Wes Welker, but I guarantee you it's not going to be this guy here, number 81. He is not going to be the guy that beats us.
They'll read back to the secondary. He was shaken up in the last series. 3rd and 3, and then that's dropped by Kevin Falk out in the flat as he was covered by the middle linebacker Omar Gaither. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, what they're doing now is using Randy Moss as a decoy. Run him deep and then come underneath. You see, run the corner off, run the safety off, and then bring someone underneath it. I'll tell you, these Eagle corners have been very, very physical on the Patriot receivers.
Shepard and Brown, they've been doing it for years. Chris Hansen to punt. And this is a 4th and 3, so if this call is against Philadelphia, this would be a 1st down. Gene Steratore will get the group together. It's 4th and 3. So it's either going to be 4th and 8 or it's going to be a 1st down for New England.
Well, they had one discussion, and then they moved their pile to have another discussion.
Even the officials can move the pile once in a while.
Right. It looks like one official thinks one thing and the other official has another thing.
Neutral zone infraction. Deep right tackle was in the neutral zone and the guard lifted. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
And that brings the New England offense back out onto the field.
Again, the neutral zone is the length of the football. So what they're saying right there is that someone lined up. So it had to be even before that movement that someone lined up with their head or their body in the area, which would be distinguished by the length of the football.
There would be Nick Cole, number 59, who's a backup center but plays on special teams, who would have been the guy. The 45 now. Fake inside handoff, and the pass is dropped. It's incomplete. Stallworth couldn't hold on. It'll be 2nd down.
One of the things this Eagle defense wanted to do is kind of knock the Patriots out of rhythm, not let them get in rhythm, not let them get on balance, make them, search for things that they can do. And that's where they have the Patriot offense right now. You know, they started off 4 wide receivers. They felt pretty good there. And then when that didn't work, then they start changing and they go to 2 tight ends and 3 wide receivers. And they're still searching for what they can do to this defense.
Second and 10. Maroney to the 49-yard line. Now it'll be 3rd down and 6 in the waning seconds of the 3rd quarter.
And Jim Johnson is doing an excellent job of mixing his defenses up, playing a little 4-man line, blitzing a lot, overload blitzing, just not giving them anything easy, making them work for everything. You know, giving them those short passes, not letting them get deep. And I just have a feeling that the
quarter, the Philadelphia Eagles trying to pull off an upset of monumental proportions, leading by 4. The winning 3rd down and 6 from their own 48-yard line. 4-man rush. Brady throws, and it's caught at the 39-yard line by Wes Welker. So they convert on 3rd down. It's a 1st down at the 39 of Philadelphia.
You know, he had very good pass protection on that time, and that was at 3-by-1. You see 3 receivers to the right, Randy Moss 1 to the left. That time Tom Brady just looked to the 3 receiver side, and that guy that he found in there was Wes Welker in the middle. But again, good pass protection. If they want to double Randy Moss out here, he'll work the other side.
Flip out to the tight end, Ben Watson. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Brady in the 4th quarter this season. And that's a quarter in which, for the most part, the Patriots have already had huge leads, a 141 rating.
And Tom Brady's had an amazing year. He's been extra special, but they're doing a lot of things now. It seems like they're using Randy Moss as a decoy, doing everything away from him.
2nd and 4. And that pass intended for Welker is behind him, and that'll make it 3rd down. Welker tonight has caught 9 passes. Moss has been limited to 5 catches for only 43 yards.
Right, and they know that Moss is getting the coverage, so they've done a lot of 3-by-1 where he's on the 1 side, get the coverage to go to the 1 side, and then throw to the 3 side. But at some point, he's still Randy Moss, and at some point, you know, Bill Belichick, you know, Josh McDaniels, Tom Brady, they want to get Randy Moss deep.
There he is, locked up with Sheldon Brown at the bottom of the screen. 3rd down and 4. Moss has not caught a pass in this game. Brady looks the other way again. Throws, and the pass is broken up. Leaping up is Omar Gaither to get a hand on it on the pass intended for the tight end Watson. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and like I say, that's their plan now, is put Randy Moss on 1 side, and then you get coverage on that side, and then go work the other side, because right now, Tom Brady's not even looking towards Randy Moss.
Right now, the Patriots will line up, at least line up to go for it with the ball at the 33-yard line. Passing up what would be a 52-yard field goal attempt.
The Eagles are going to pressure.
Here they come. Brady throws, and the pass is incomplete, and that's going to give Philadelphia the ball at the 33-yard line. Shepard on Moss. Eagles have the ball and the lead. The Philadelphia defense holding New England on a 4th down and 4.
Look at the pressure. I mean, you know, on a big play, I mean, you get a 4th down, you know Jim Johnson is going to bring pressure. You know, and he brings pressure, and he brings it right up the middle. Takeo Spikes was right in Tom Brady's face. You know, anything, I mean, you know, you get a big 3rd down play, he's going to give you pressure. You get a big 4th down play, you're going to get pressure. You get inside the red zone trying to score a touchdown, you're going to get pressure from the Jim Johnson defense. He is a heck of a coach.
Amen. 1st and 10. The ball is at the 33-yard line. Feely throws, and that'll be a 1st down on the first play. Reggie Brown, gain of 11. Let's go to Andrea.
Well, on a night when the Patriot defense is definitely being tested, they will have to go the rest of the way without Roosevelt Colvin. He is out with a foot injury in the locker room, as well as Randall Gay, the cornerback, is also in the locker room with a back injury. They're calling his return questionable.
All right, thank you, Andrew. First down and 10 with the ball at the 45-yard line. This is Westbrook swinging to the outside, finished by Thomas, and picks up a couple of yards up to the 47-yard line.
You know, I say this now, the Eagles have to continue to be aggressive. And, you know, that's been their plan, to come in, to be aggressive on offense, defense, special teams. And now I think you should add to that fourth quarter. I mean, 28-24 is not enough to win this game. And I think they have to keep that same approach. You'll keep going after it, keep throwing the ball, you'll keep making plays down the field. You cannot, against this Patriot defense, you cannot, or this Patriot team, you cannot sit on this lead.
Well, you saw Hobbs go off the field the last time that happened. Eddie Jackson got beat for a touchdown, and Jackson, number 29, is back in there. And Feely's looking in that direction. And Feely's throwing into double coverage, intended for Curtis, and the pass is incomplete. And that was Jackson that time getting help from the safety, James Sanders.
And you call that one. I mean, once A.J. Feely sees that, he knows where he's going to go. I mean, there's Jackson, and then, you know, the out and up, and it's tough, and he had him. I mean, that was a bad throw by Feely. I mean, if he knew that, you know, he had that out and up, if he leads him out there, that's a touchdown. I mean, that ball hung up, they had to come back, and that let both defenders get to it.
Jackson activated recently off the practice squad, and there's a guy with a bullseye on his chest. It's third down and 8. Feely out of the gun. Over the middle. Juggled and not caught. Incomplete. Westbrook couldn't hold on. He was trailed and tackled as he came down with it by Junior Seau. Fourth down.
How about that big play by Junior Seau? Isn't he something? I mean, he's out here on Westbrook. He has a man-to-man. I mean, there's an 18-year veteran. I was talking to him the other day, and he said, I used to be a run stuffer, sideline to sideline, and now I'm in dime defense covering guys like Westbrook.
It's crazy. Rocker's kick. They're going to let it go. It's a bad kick. Takes a backward bounce. It goes out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Brady and the Patriots down by 4. Philadelphia leading 28-24 as the New England Patriots take over at the 31-yard line. Brown and Shepard have done masterful work through the years. Tonight being no exception. Shutting down Moss, doing a very good job against the Patriot wideouts, to the point where New England has to come from behind, something we only had to do once this year against Indianapolis in the fourth quarter. And then it was caught by Stallworth, and there's a flag down.
Again, he was trying to get that one to Randy Moss. He comes in with 2 tight ends, goes play action pass, looks to Moss. The Eagles had great coverage on Moss, but Tom Brady had time to go to the other side. But that was their play on first down. They were trying to get the ball.
Defense number 26. Penalty is declined. Result of the play is a first down.
Lito Shepard will take the play, which is a gain of 13 yards.
I think Randy Moss is starting to get a little frustrated. Here he is right here. And watch, Tom Brady is looking to that side. There's nothing there, but his protection allowed him to come back to the right side. And Randy Moss is looking like he's frustrated right now.
Quite in contrast to last Sunday in Buffalo, when he scored 4 touchdowns, and in a couple of games didn't even have to run a pattern. And here's a pass to Falk, and Falk will have another first down for New England as he takes it into Philadelphia territory and is tackled at the 44. That's a gain of 12.
And you see again, they can run a screen away from Randy Moss. They bring Moss over on this side, put him in motion, bring him that side, and then run the screen back to the right side to Kevin Falk. But everything that they're doing, I mean, when they try and get on the ball, they're not successful. But they can get coverage to come to him. Now he's on the 3-by side.
Covered by Sheldon Brown. Walker made in motion. Walker takes the pass, and Welker Welker takes the ball to the 30-yard line. So Brady has him moving right now. First down for New England at the 30 after a gain of 14.
I was talking about that 3-by side where you have 3 wide receivers on one side. You see Welker coming to it, and they throw a screen pass. So you have 3 receivers on one side. 2 of them are the blockers for the screen. And, of course, the third guy is the guy that catches it and runs it, and that was Wes Welker.
Welker with 10 catches for 120 yards tonight. First down at the 31-yard line. Stallworth tries to get a block from Gaffney. Coming in and make sure it's only a short gain is Takeo Spikes, number 51.
Yeah, that's the thing that they worry about Dante Stallworth is that smoke screen or that quick thing because, you know, he's so good after he catches the ball.
Number tonight for the key guys, Brady 330, Welker 10 grabs. Brady has had at least 3 touchdown passes in every game this season. Tonight, 1. 9:42 to go. Second down and 8. The ball at the 29-yard line. And we've got a timeout taken by Philadelphia. That's their second, so they only have 1 remaining in a tight game in Foxborough. 2 men who know how to run an organization. Bob Kraft, the Patriots owner. Jeffrey Lurie, ironically, a native of this area, grew up as a Patriots fan and had looked into buying this team before he wound up buying the Philadelphia Eagles. The two, of course, had their teams meet in the Super Bowl after the 04 season and locked up tonight in a good one. Second down and 8 after a Philadelphia timeout. The ball is at the 29-yard line. There's a toss to Falk. And he gets upended by Takeo Spikes, number 51.
I think they probably read that as run because they put Maroney in, which, you know, means, okay, they're probably going to run it. They had 2 tight ends. They come crack with a double crack where the outside receivers come to the inside. Takeo Spikes plays that perfectly.
Spiked them.
He knocked them head over heels. Heels overhead.
Third down and 9. Under 9 minutes to play. From the 30. Brady out of the gun. Hits Welker. 11 catches to the 14 for a guy they picked up in a trade from Miami.
But I'll tell you, he is really quick. I mean, you just watch Wes Welker here, and this is all about quickness. He comes in motion. He's down here at the bottom. Watch how quick he comes off the line, how he makes that cut. Tom Brady reads it and puts it right in front of him perfectly. And this guy, you say, how does he get open like that? How does he get separation? He gets that separation with his quickness.
11 catches. That was a 3rd and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Unfit for the end zone, too high. And the pass is going beyond the back of the end zone, intended for Moss. Shepard covering on the play.
Isn't that something? Lito Shepard has been all over Randy Moss tonight, and again, we know that, you know, he's playing him. We know that he has help deep. He has a safety in there, Dawkins, but he is playing him pretty well even without the help. Tell you, this is the other area, you know, that, you know, a couple things. You know, this is where they want to get Randy Moss deep. The Patriots know this is where they're probably going to see blips, maybe not on this down, but on the next down.
2nd and 10. Welker again. And Welker should have enough for a first down, which would make it a first down and goal if they spot the ball inside the yellow line, which they, well, it's going to be right on it. Steratore will call for a measurement.
Thank goodness for Wes Welker. I mean, he's the inside guy, and again, you know, his quickness. I mean, you know, we saw him come up and running in. That time he runs a little, you know, quick out, but he is so quick and his patterns are so quick that he will always get separation for Tom Brady. Tom Brady was saying last week, he said sometimes, you know, he's too quick. I mean, he goes down there and he gets open before I'm ready to throw it. Well, they saw that because that hasn't happened tonight. Wes Welker has been the guy.
So it's 1st and goal. Welker working against Joselio Hansen on the last couple of pass patterns, and the two of them would know each other well, having been teammates at Texas Tech.
And they're both quick guys. When you ask about Hansen, they say the one thing he has is great quickness. Well, that's great quickness against even greater quickness than Welker. Here's an empty 3 on one side, 2 on the other side.
96!
Unless Tom Brady runs a draw, this cannot be a running foul.
Stays in the pocket, and then the pass intended for Welker is incomplete, and that was Omar Gaither, the middle linebacker, back in coverage in the middle of the end zone.
I think that's when they went away from Jeremiah Trotter and they went to Omar Gaither. It was for this. I mean, that he was very good in pass defense. That he could get back and make plays like this. And this is pretty good when your middle linebacker can get back there and knock down a ball thrown in the end zone to a wide receiver.
Lawrence Maroney in the game is the running back. Ross goes in motion to the inside. Here's Maroney. Maroney into the end zone for a touchdown.
Some people had said that Maroney doesn't run hard. This is a trap. You see Stephen Neal right there lead up through the hole. Maroney gets right in behind him, puts his shoulders down, and runs through the rest of the defense. He ran that one hard.
Neal took spikes out of the play, and now Gostowski for the point after to make it a 3-point lead with 7:20 as the Patriots go 69 yards, 10 plays, 8 of them passes. Welker with a couple of big plays, and then Maroney with a touchdown. With Jay, a look back on the Tonight Show coming up on NBC this week. Gostowski's kick, taken 2 yards into the end zone by Harrell Buckhorter, who'll come out with it. Buckhorter out past the 20, flag. And out to the 26. Penalty marker back at the 9.
That's going to be one of those blocks in the back, but I saw it right here. It's about the 9-yard line, as you said, and it looked like a legal block to me. Because I saw that block, and I said,
during the return,
be throwing
legal block in the back. Return team number 52. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Philadelphia. Timeout.
So Feely backed up with 7:14 remaining in the 4th. In a 3-point game in Foxborough. And how this team has finished down the stretch. 2 last year. This time he has to step up, and he turns nothing into something as he winds up hitting Brian Westbrook for a gain out to the 15, a gain of 7 yards, tackled by Sayal.
Isn't Junior Sayal something, though? Again, in his 18th year, here he is playing nickel defense, dime defense. He's a linebacker that's man-to-man on Brian Westbrook. And you always think of Junior Sayles being that tough middle linebacker. Now, in his 18th year, he's a pass cover guy. But he said he came here because he believed in Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick called him after he retired and said, "I got a spot for you." It was good enough for me.
He plays fullback and goal line. Here's a pass that's almost intercepted by Samuel. So that's kind of the way the game started. Samuel was able to pick off a Feely pass a minute and a half into the game and run it in for a touchdown.
And I never thought they'd go back to that again. I mean, they started, running an out pattern. We talked about how successful the inside stuff has been, and then they go back to the outside stuff now. Of course, Samuel was playing an inside technique there. But I don't know that I would throw any out patterns the rest of the game against this Patriot defense.
3rd down and 3. Feely right over the middle. And the pass is taken in by Smith at the 26-yard line. Big 3rd down conversion. Clock ticking down to the 6-minute mark. Gain of 11.
And he's been able to do that all night, to work the middle. We talked about the in cuts from the outside receivers. just the tight end in the middle like that. Anything where you run up and in has been pretty much open for A.J. Feely tonight.
At the 26-yard line. Feely, screen, Westbrook. That's a gain of 7. First down, essential here in the sense, one of the things that could very much come into play right now for Philadelphia is the fact they've taken 2 of their timeouts. They only have 1. You also have the 2-minute warning, but if they have to give the ball back to New England, they only have 1 timeout to call on defense.
Right, and they don't want to give the ball back to New England too soon. I think this is, I mean, obviously you want to go down the field and score, but I think you want to take a lot of time off the clock on this drive if you're the Eagles.
2nd and 2. Feely over the middle, and that's Smith going down and making the grab at the 48-yard line. Pats say no, officials say yes, he did. He caught it. Ball at the 48, first down.
Isn't that something, though, that same stuff has been there the whole game? And you see L.J. Smith, he does go down, he does catch it, and that's a perfect place to throw it where Feely threw it.
That's an 18-yard gain on the outside, and that is caught by Curtis, and that's another first down. So 3 in a row, covered there by Ellis Hobbs, who's been in and out of the game tonight. First down, 13-yard gain.
I mean, A.J. Feely has been something special tonight. Tom Brady always is, but look at A.J. Feely, 27 for 40, 345 yards, 3 touchdowns, and now I think they just ought to slow it down a little.
I agree.
Take more time off the clock.
4:37 remaining. In the middle goes Westbrook. He takes the ball to the 29-yard line. Gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Westbrook tonight with 17 carries for 52 yards, 7 catches for 40 yards.
You know, this is where you're good in football or not. You know, when you get down to this period in the game, with 4 minutes left to go, if you're the Eagles, you're down by 3. If you're the Patriots, you're up by 3. But who makes the plays here? And if you have good defense, you make a great defensive play here. If you have good offense, you make a big offensive play here.
Westbrook split left this time. Buckwalter in the backfield. Feely throwing deep, and it's picked off in the end zone by Asante Samuel. Samuel never let Curtis get behind him and makes his 2nd interception of the night.
I'll tell you, of all the stuff that they didn't need, and I'm sure Andy Reid is thinking that right now, Asante Samuel's off. He's not giving you anything deep, and you just throw it out there right to him. I mean, you've been hitting the in stuff, you've been hitting the stuff in the middle. That isn't there. They're not going to give you that. And I think A.J. Feely threw that one up, and he was just hoping. But I just said, you know, does the defense come up with a play? If you have good defense, you come up with a big play in that situation, and the Patriots did.
And now it's New England that will milk the clock. And again, we go back, we revert to the fact just 1 timeout. Philly can only stop it once, and then they'll get the free stoppage at 2 minutes. And Brady will swing to the outside, and that's caught by Welker, who looked outside, then realized just stay in bounds. That's key right now to keep that clock moving.
Yeah, isn't it something you come in and you think Tom Brady and Randy Moss, and that's going to be the show, and it's Tom Brady and Wes Welker.
13 catches, 150 yards for Wes Welker.
And Feely is really upset with himself because he knew that he didn't have to throw that. It wasn't there. He didn't have to force it. And, you know, he did all the things that he's kicking himself for now.
2nd down and 7. They take the play clock all the way down to 1. Brady goes, and that's caught on the 29-yard line by Ben Watson. So now you have, this is the play of the game for Philadelphia right here. If you get a first down, then you have 1 timeout. You can stop it once more at the 2-minute warning. Otherwise, they have to hold him right here and force a punt. This is huge.
Right, and if they do hold him, then they have a timeout left. You get a timeout at the change of possession, on the punt, and then you have the 2-minute.
96.
3rd and 1. And a penalty, and that looked like Matt Light moving.
False start. Offense. Number 72. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
2nd one on him, and that makes it 3rd down and 6.
Right, and that was a big play against the Patriots there, because that 3rd and short, he could throw to Wes Welker, he could do any of those things, but when you get to this 3rd and 7 right now he has to get the ball up the field a little, and I would bet that Jim Johnson's going to come on a big blitz here. I mean, we talk about it, anytime he needs a play, we talk about it when they did it on 4th down, and you get inside the 20, he needs a defensive play here, and this is usually a blitz situation.
That's been his nature. Here they come, and the pass is caught by Gaffney, and he takes it to the 40-yard line, and when New England had to convert, they do. A 1st and 10 up at the 41-yard line, and Philadelphia will take its final timeout. But now the clock can only stop at the 2-minute warning.
But that's what makes the Patriots a championship team. When they needed to play on defense, they got it. Now they get that big 3rd down play. They're right in the face of a big blitz. Tom Brady stands in there and finds his receiver.
There's Feely, and on the night when they take Moss in effect out of the game, Welker catches 13 for 149. Gaffney's made some big catches tonight. That's 6 for 87, and Stallworth has 4 for 54. Asante Samuel got things started for New England. Feely's 2nd pass of the game, and it looked like another route, but no. A.J. Feely, big night. Samuel was able to pick one off at the end here as well. In between, Feely played brilliantly. Moss has no catches in this half. But Philadelphia now out of timeouts. It'll stop at the 2-minute warning. Maroney takes it to the 40-yard line. Minimal gain, if any. And we'll go to the 2-minute warning. One more 1st down would cement this for New England. And Andy Reid brought his team in. John, if nothing else, on a night when there hadn't been a spread like this in the NFL in decades, he gave New England all it could handle.
Right. He brought him in ready to play.
2-minute warning. Meanwhile, A.J. Feely, 27 of 41, 345 yards. But those 2 interceptions, one at the beginning, one at the end. And John, you talked about it with that one timeout and the way they ran that last series. That was about the only thing they really done very wrong.
Right. I think they forced things. I think they speeded up too much in a time that they didn't have to do either. They could have slowed it down, had patience, and not forced it.
2nd and 11. This is Maroney, and he'll get out to the 41-yard line, and this will take the clock down to about a minute and 15 or so. Well, if nothing else, the rest of the league, I mean, Indianapolis gave him a game, Dallas gave him a game for a while, but this has to be somewhat comforting, at least to the rest of the teams in the league, knowing, yeah, the Patriots are a great team, but you can hang with them.
Right. I think the Eagles threw a blueprint out there tonight, to show what you can do offensively. If you get pass protection, you can, run some things. They are vulnerable. On defense, I think, on offense, that, you can go after, you have to hit Tom Brady. You have to, double Randy Moss. You can't let him get deep. I mean, I think there is a blueprint out there that everyone else is going to do to the Patriots this year.
Eagles will get it back, but without very much time and with no timeouts. However, if they can complete a 40-yard pass, at least they're going to get into field goal range for David Akers, or get a decent run back here. Brian Westbrook will drop back to run back the punt, something he did with great effectiveness earlier in his career. They'll spot him as a run back man, and now a timeout is taken here before the play clock expires. We have 31 seconds. Sunday Night Football is being beached out of Foxborough. There is Westbrook standing at his own 10-yard line.
Well, you need a big play. You want the ball in his hands.
We'll see if Hansen even affords him the opportunity to run it back or looks for the sideline. Short kick. Westbrook fields at the 24, but they're all over him. And Bryan then loses the ball, and it's loose at the 26-yard line. So Westbrook eschewing the fair catch, and Nick Graham of Philadelphia appears to be the guy who comes up with the football. So with 19 seconds remaining, after only a 33-yard punt, Feely would at least have the opportunity to get them into field goal range.
And we talk about a blueprint. I think, you know, he knows what he has to do. You know, get that tight end down the middle or get the wide receivers, you know, on deep ends.
Yeah.
It's Pierre Woods of New England on the special teams who gets up now and leaves the field. Akers loosening up his leg. But among the problems that you have right now is if you complete a pass down the middle, you got to get up there and you got to spike it. You got to leave Akers some time.
And those are all the things that they're talking about right now. You know, we're probably going to throw the ball inside because the Patriots aren't going to let you get it outside.
Feely from the gun. He's going to work the outside, and he's going to have that one picked off. James Sanders comes up with the ball.
The Patriots aren't going to let you get it to the outside, so you're going to throw it to the inside. I mean, that's the thing that they take away. When we showed earlier what they gave you, and we also show right now what they take away. See, they are not going to let you get outside. I mean, they just stay outside and wait for you.
And then the play is over at that point as Sanders was contacted by Reggie Brown on the way down after we had possession, and one kneel down by Tom Brady, and that'll do it. So the Patriots will go to 11-0. But who would have thought they could have a game like this after a game like last week when they